There's a new dating strategy theory that is going viral. I'm curious your thoughts on it. 8772 Radio U. It's called the date them till you hate them theory.
Oh, no.
And it sounds really extreme and controversial, but I actually think, I'm not sure if I sign off on this, but I think there's a lot of nuance to it.
Okay.
I think that there's some parts of it that make sense to me. This was a theory coined by a creator named Meg Neal, who says she got out of a 4-year relationship and actually says that like she's doing okay afterwards. And the way that she did it was she dated him until she hated him. And that's the simple explanation. But the more in-depth explanation is, I guess, instead of when somebody does like has behaviors that you're dating them, they have behaviors that annoy you, they treat you a way you don't like, you can confront them and, you know, chalk it out and whatever. Maybe you say you're going to break up. But if you do it that way, what might happen is you might wind up like not having closure with it. And so not actually being truly over them for a long time. Whereas if you stay in the relationship and just suffer through that for a while until you actually truly hate them, then you're not going to feel any regret when it's over.
Oh, okay. So planning for the breakup.
Right. You're knowing that a breakup is on the line, but you're sticking through this and then wondering afterwards what could have been if he had just changed, sticking around long enough to know that this is just how he is or she is, and then when it's truly over, when you really hate them enough that you break up with them, then you're like, well, obviously this was never going to work, and you're just, when you're done, you're truly done.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this idea. I get the whole, like, you want to distance yourself from that person so you make the breakup less, like, it doesn't hurt as bad when you break up. But breakups are kind of meant to hurt. It's a breakup. Anytime you break something, it's never a good feeling. And so I don't like the idea of, because she literally says, she's like, you're going to watch them disrespect you until you no longer want to associate with them anymore. She's like, the things that once gutted you, like his shrugging indifference and annoying sounds of him breathing, they become what set you free. So I guess tolerate it until you can't anymore. I don't like that idea of just putting up with something because you're like, well, I'm just going to do it until I no longer can stand this person, and then I'm going to break up with them. Why would you put yourself through that? I feel like you're just, you're either going to struggle with breaking up with them with the what ifs, or you're going to struggle until you hate them. So which one are you going to do?
That's a good point. You're still making a choice. You're putting yourself through a time where you're going to be unhappy either way. What do you want that period of time where you are unhappy to look like?
Right. And I also think that doing this gives up, it gives up any hope for the relationship working out. Because if you just decide to put up with their toxic or, disrespectful behavior and not try and fix it, or not say like, hey, I'm no longer putting up with this, I'm ending this relationship now, then that obviously, it just shows that you're not willing to work on that relationship. It's not worth fixing anything. So you're already giving up on it then. So why even go through the trouble of staying in it if you're not willing to put in the work to make it work?
I think it's there's pros and cons to both, because I think what the why is because if you break it up earlier on, then again, you may have the questions down the road of like, but what, maybe I was too quick on it. And if you do it this way, you're going to know you weren't too quick. If anything, you're staying too long.
But how is he supposed to know that you hate his breathing if you don't tell him?
What is he going to change his breathing?
No, but that's a dumb reason to hate somebody. But if you're not telling him, how's he going to know?